Felix here, and I just got an email this morning from a viewer who is essentially describing how scared and terrified they are about investing, making changes, and just really knowing what to do and worrying about losing their life savings. And I thought, as I just finished here on the on the exercise mat, that's probably something that a lot of people are thinking about. And I think if you look at the market right now, it isn't really a bull or bear market setup. No one can really quite agree on where we are with it. And that's because it isn't the whole market moving up, it's only a couple of stocks moving a lot. So it's really a trading environment. It's an environment where stock selection makes money. Investing in the index makes relatively little. Now, if you really are somebody who's like, I really can't handle looking at stocks and picking and don't trust myself in any of that, fine, just go and buy an ETF. Buy a SPY or something like that. Put some money into it every month and you'll be good in the long run. 10, 20, 30 years, you'll do great. But if you're a little bit more ambitious than that and you're not afraid of understanding what the bankers understand, and let's face it, these guys are not rocket scientists, right? I've worked with them, I've been one. They are no more intelligent than you and me. Then this is an environment where we trade in weeks, maybe months, but probably more like weeks, and not in years at the moment. And it's actually fairly apparent which stocks do well. And for that, you need to understand a little bit about technical analysis. Because in the weeks time frame, the fundamentals, the earnings, the margins, don't really matter that much. They matter around earnings dates, and they matter in the long run, in the space of years. But in the space of weeks, all that really matters is sentiment, momentum. And you get that from a chart, and it's free. That's the brilliant thing. I did a whole video on that yesterday, running through some of the top stocks or some of the most popular stocks out there, and gives you an idea. And that's something you want to study. And I'd be super happy to put a lot more content on that and exactly how that works. If that's something you're interested in, we have programs on that which we've practically given away in the past, just to make sure people understand it. And what you want to stay away from is the stuff that's just declining, that just keeps falling and falling and falling, because those are just, no one's going to buy those. You want to look for stocks that have formed a base and are starting to recover. Form a base, start to recover, break through the 30-day or the 50-day moving average line, and then exceed the previous peak. That could be a mini peak in the last couple of weeks. That's when you start to get that bullish sentiment going. And there are a lot of those out there. And there are also a lot of like tech stocks that in 2021 lost 70, 80, 90% of their value. So they could double from $5 to $10, and they're still like 80% below market peak. So those are rallies that are very, very much possible. And that's the kind of thing that I would look for to make some real money in this environment. And I'm being cautious here not to name anything, because that would be financial advice and I'd get into trouble over it. And the regulation essentially is there to make sure that financial advisors and banks have a way to get your money. But I always much prefer to teach you the theory and the strategy and then illustrate it with examples, rather than just say buy this, buy that, sell this, sell that, because that doesn't really help you. Because then, what if I stop making videos, right? You're just like, what do I do now? So what I would really look at is make some time every single day, like half an hour, where you study this stuff. And if you don't know where to start, like ping me a message, either here or find me on Twitter, for example. That's Finance Felix is the handle, and that's a good place to chat, because YouTube doesn't really have a chat function for reasons unknown to me. And don't be afraid, don't be scared. You can practice this. You can use this with simulated trading. You're not going to lose a single cent. And are you going to lose an opportunity? No, there is always an opportunity every week, every month, every year. Like, you never miss out. It's like learning to drive and thinking, I don't need the instructor. Let's just get in this thing, get on the highway and press all the way down on the gas pedal. You don't do that, because you die. And it's very much the same thing with the stock market. So with all the fear and FOMO and all that stuff out there, don't let it get to you. Turn off CNBC, turn off MSNBC and all those channels that are Fox News and all these things that just have talking heads that make your head spin, and use that time instead to actually learn what the market's all about. And you want to learn technical analysis. If you want to be some sort of trader, you want to make money in the shorter term. If you want to make money in the longer term and pick good stocks, I put out a video about 2 weeks ago called How to Train Your Brain to pick 10x stocks. I'll link to it at the end of this video. And that's me going through like a half-an-hour lecture, basically going through all the key things that I look for and how to pick good stocks. And if you're thinking, well, I can't find the data, go to Google Bard. Google Bard is Google's AI, and just type in the information you're looking for. It'll make you a table, it'll make you a spreadsheet. It's absolutely mind-bogglingly easy to find the data right now. So that's what I would do. And then I would smash the subscribe button to this channel to make sure you get lots of updates on what's actually going on and what's moving the market, and have it explained to you by an old economist, former banker here, who sitting in a garden, just finished some exercise and looks like he's a little hungry. I appreciate you watching. I wish you a beautiful weekend. We are off to the polo today. I might post a few videos of that or pictures of that later on. It's going to be fun, and I wish you a beautiful day.